I'm Janet Callahan, and I am a consultant with Simply Aroma Oils. Today I'm going to talk to you about our lovely ultrasonic diffuser. One of the great things about essential oils is that you can diffuse them into your room. You get the aromatherapy properties and any other benefits from your oil that you might be looking for, along with a lovely smell. And because it's ultrasonic, you're not heating your oil up and you're not damaging the components of the oil. So this is really good for the oils. Plus, there's no heating element here, so it's relatively safe around children. The only suspicion is that sometimes if they spill it, you'll get quite a mess of water. So our diffuser has three parts. It has this base, which holds the water. It has this little nozzle inside that helps make sure that only the steam is getting out. And then it has this secondary outer nozzle that helps direct the steam to wherever it needs to go. As you can see, there are lights on the front and there are two buttons. And my red light is flashing because I don't have any water in here. There's a little sensor in here, a little stick that sticks up that tells you that when it runs out of water, when it gets below that point, it will stop the unit automatically. So what you want to do is you want to use distilled water. Distilled doesn't have as many minerals in it, so it keeps you from fouling the sensor, which then you would have to clean more often. So you pour your water in here. There is a max line, and as you can see, mine is actually running because I just plugged it in. And so now that I've stopped it from bubbling all over the place, we can continue with what we're doing. So once you've got your water in there, you're going to take your essential oil. I like using wild orange. It smells pretty nice, and it's very bright and cheery, which is always a good thing from my perspective. You're going to put a couple of drops of oil into the water. And then I always like to put my lid back on first because you never know when some child or cat is going to come through and knock everything over. Next, you take this nozzle, and there are little notches on it to line up so that it's in the right orientation. And then you put the outer nozzle on the top. And as you can probably see now, the lights are glowing. There are LED lights in here, so it can either be set to circulate through the different lights that are available, or you can set it to a specific color. To turn it on, you just then push the power button, the mist button, and the first one is basically high mist with a lot of mist coming out, and medium and low. The lights can change from blue to indigo to red to green. You can change it yourself and it will stay on whatever color you've set, or you can just let it cycle through, or you can set it off. Now the downside to off is if you're going to bed, number one, these blue lights are pretty bright, and number two, when it runs out of water, it's going to blink red, and that tends to wake people up, I think. But at least then you know that it's done and it's done its job. You can put any essential oil in here. During the winter, maybe you want to put something in that's meant for colds or for helping ease sinus congestion. During the summer, maybe you want to put something in that's a little more bright or cooling. Or maybe you just want the house to smell really nice, so you put in something like cinnamon instead of baking cookies. It's a lot easier and a lot less work. That's all I have for today, and check back next week and we'll talk about some other things.